What up, my goats? My name's Tote, and welcome back to the channel. Now, if this is your first time, that's okay. You can go ahead and subscribe, like, down below, drop a comment, and let me know that you're here, because I'm here for you. Anyhow, let's, dive on in. So, I posted a video yesterday, sort of today. You'll see what I mean. But, I'm going down the road of Dungeons and Dragons, and yesterday was all about how I got my starter kit, and how much that's helped me. But I want you to know that, like, I literally don't know anything about this, okay? So, first of all, the only experience I have with this is about 6-7 months ago, I flipped through a player's handbook, figured out I think I want to be a Dragonborn, and if I ever play this game. That's it. That's as far as we got, okay? Dream died right there. Couldn't find a crew, and no one wanted to put the time or the effort in. No one was going to meet up and play, like, no one had the time. And now, I have a group of friends that I play games with from time to time. We haven't played in a while, but from time to time, this group of friends plays. And there's 2 people in the group that have played Dungeons and Dragons before. And so, or maybe 3. I think there's 3 people in the group that played Dungeons and Dragons before. But it's been a long time. None of them want to DM. And so they're all like, we want to play, but we want you to DM. And so it's like, oh, that's a big responsibility. I don't know if I'm cut up for it. Are you sure, guys? Couldn't you maybe just one of you? Just once? No? Okay. I guess I'll do it then. So here's the deal. In this epic journey and quest that I have been on for the last 2 weeks, I discovered Critical Role. Now, I didn't discover it. Somebody recommended it to me after talking about it. But Matt Mercer does a phenomenal job DMing for Critical Role. Okay, now, I'm not too worried about the story aspect of it. I feel like I can come up with a story pretty easily. I can talk pretty... I don't even script this stuff. I just talk, obviously. But it was the rules, the regulations, all of that I thought I was going to have trouble with. But I watched enough of that to go, I think I could do this. I really do. So then I started going online to see what exactly I would need to get started, not only playing, but also DMing. And that's where I found the starter set. And the starter set gave me this opportunity to see the rules dumbed down to a level I could figure out whenever they were put on paper. Now, whenever you play, I think it's a little easier to pick up, especially when someone's like, here's this, here's that, this is where you're going to find this. But when you're just reading it, it's pretty difficult to just pick up, especially to expect to then teach and or guide a set of other people. So, starter set. I also got the Essential Items Kit. The Essential Items Kit was also something sold online. They might have got me with an impulse buy on that one, because I was only planning on doing the starter set. But I got them because I bought it on Amazon, and instead of costing $20, it only cost $12. So, we're good, okay? But, so I also got the Essentials Items Kit, which, tune in tomorrow, we're going to unbox. So I've got my 2 kits. I'm headed home. It's Friday this last week. I go get Stephen B, and I'm like, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I'm so excited. Ask him. I was legitimately like that. And so we went and got, I picked him up, and I just read for like, I don't know, like an hour, the rules. And I didn't understand as much as I was hoping I would, and I skimmed through a lot of it, and I said, let's try it. Let's try playing the Mines of Phandalin. And so we started walking through it, and I did start to pick it up. Now, there was a lot of looking back and referencing here and hold on, pause, you know. So it was very, very choppy in the storyline. But with a little time, effort, and practice, I'm sure it'll go much smoother. So I started picking it up. And then that night, I was like, okay, let's just try again tomorrow. Let's just try again later this week. And so I read it again, the first chapter that night of the rule book. And the next morning I read it out loud and kind of tried to explain it as I was reading it. And that's when it started clicking. And things started making sense. And okay, this is where this is found. This is where that's found. And so I was like, okay, this is Saturday now. And Saturday was my dog's birthday. Had to take her and do all kinds of pupper stuff with her. And so I didn't have a ton of time to just sit down and study the book. But Saturday, I achieved chapter 1 of that book. Now, chapter 1 talks about what abilities go into what. So, like, acrobatics and athletics go into dexterity, that type of thing. If I'm over your head right now, it's okay. When you get your starter set, you'll understand. Now, also, on Sunday, there was, at my local gaming store, there was a open DM playing going on. So I asked Stephen B. if he would be willing to go with me because, like, I'm a bit of a shy gal whenever it's, like, stuff I know nothing about. So he went with me, and I probably could have handled it, but I didn't. He went with me, and he was like, hey, and then I talked a whole bunch. That's about all he got out. He's like, hey, and then he just stood there, and I just talked a whole bunch. But I asked for advice from people who were getting ready to play Dungeons & Dragons and had been for a while. From the DMs, from the players alike. And I got a lot of information. A lot of people talked about the big three, and there was a lot of differing opinions, to be honest. Some said, yeah, absolutely, go ahead and do it yourself. And others were like, no, you need to play before you ever try to DM. So a little bit conflicting, but a lot of things that they said were actually in the starter set. So I was like, okay. And I had my sets with me, and this angel of an individual said, hey, my crew has not showed up yet. Would you like us to run you through a really quick gameplay back and forth? And I was like, yeah. So Steve and I sat down. We played with some pre-made character sheets out of the starter set. We fought some orgs. The guy actually showed me a website called Kobold Fight Club, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to talk about. But he showed me this, and it basically pairs you up with a really quick fight scene with what you can handle. And so he ran through it with us. I learned how spell casting works, how spell slots work, stuff like that, which was very helpful. Initiatives and how walking away works and disengaging works, which was extremely helpful. I'm pretty sure Chapter 2 is going to be a lot easier to read now. And I got a way better grasp of it by playing Dungeons & Dragons for about 30 minutes. So, that's the extent of my Dungeons & Dragons knowledge. Friday, I'm DMing. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. I'm not prepared, folks. I got tonight, and I got tomorrow night, and then it's time. Whether I'm prepared or not, it's happening. Wish me luck. Till next time, guys. Catch you on the flip side.